I have been wondering if this day will ever come. Finally, probably our favorite school for accelerated tech degrees just dropped a fully self-paced artificial intelligence degree. We're going to jump into it today. If you want to get into AI and you want to earn a college degree really quickly, this video is for you. We're going to go through the program. We're going to go through potential jobs you can get, potential income, how much money is this actually going to lead to, and how quickly can you do this? Let's dive in. Now, if you do want a college degree quickly, just subscribe to the channel to learn more, but let's show you the program. First, the program is offered by Western Governors University. This is probably our favorite school for fully self-paced technology degrees. Now, the reason we love this school is a couple of reasons. Number one, the degrees are fully self-paced and you get degrees really quickly if you do it right. And number two, the quality of degree is there. These are degrees that can potentially open the doors for really, really high level programs down the road, including Ivy League schools. 7 out of the 8 Ivy League schools in the United States have accepted WGU grads into their graduate programs, and that is a big deal. Now, let's go straight to their technology programs. As you can see, you can just jump into their bachelor's in technology, and boom, front and center, first degree you see, it's a Bachelor of Science in AI engineering. And this is, guys, I can't even tell you how big of a deal this is. We have an AI degree, a good AI degree that is fully self-paced that you can earn quickly. Let's go into some of the details. Let's talk a little bit about the degree. Now, if you're new to the channel, let's go a little bit into the school. Now, instead of a 4-year bachelor's degree, you don't need an associate's degree to start. Instead of a 4-year schedule, essentially what this school does is they charge you for 6 months of time. And you can finish as many courses as you possibly can in that 6-month window. And yes, that includes the entire degree. So if you go get a 4-year degree in 6 months, you only pay for 6 months of tuition, which is really cool. Having an AI degree that's structured this way, again, is a massive deal. Now, you walk away when you graduate with an AI degree, a good AI degree, AI engineering, and you actually get an added certification as well, which I think is a good thing. Now, if we obviously just some really basic info about the program, but first thing I want to touch on is they're estimating approximately 24 months to earn this degree. And no, that does not mean it actually is going to take you 24 months. That's just their prediction for what the school norm is going to be. Now, students that I work with to go get these degrees faster, I generally say, take the school's prediction and try to cut it in half at least. So my thought, if a student comes and says, Ryan, help me get this degree faster, my thought is, let's shoot for 12 months or potentially even less. Now, when there's added certifications, the cert can slow you down a little bit, but I still think this is going to be possible. Obviously not for every student, but for a lot of students, less than 12 months should be possible for this degree. Now, I usually go dive deeper into the program guide and show you all the classes you're going to take, but they actually have it broken down really good right here in categories. So I want to show you what you're actually going to be studying, and let's get into some money stuff too. What jobs can you get with this degree, and how much money can you make in your career with a degree like this? So 40 courses, I believe the same school, WGU, their computer science degree is like 36 or 37 courses. So that might add, for an accelerator, maybe 2 to 4 weeks onto the end of the program to do those extra courses. Now, Gen Ed, every program has Gen Ed, so we're not going to get into that. Now, there are going to be a few courses in software development, and you're going to be learning in C#. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. If you want to get into AI, you'll learn more as you go. But you'll have a few C# based courses, then AI specific courses. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes. That's almost a fourth of your degree is just pure AI courses. That doesn't mean other courses aren't going to talk about AI, but these are just straight AI. Now, this first one, this Azure, I don't know how to pronounce it, Azure AI Fundamentals, this is actually going to come with a Microsoft AI Basics certification. So you're going to walk away with your degree, and you're going to also walk away with a cert from Microsoft. So that's what's going on there. Some intro, some deeper AI classes, AI engineering, stuff like that. Now, math You just have some math classes when you're doing this deep tech stuff. So we'll add that on to kind of the gen ed stuff, but you're going to learn programming, you're going to learn computer science, web development, data science, data management. I love that they're including data classes because employers love when there's some data background with their tech employees. Okay. Network and security, design, more data, some gen science, some more math. Basically, the core is it's a full spectrum tech degree, but then a fourth of it, you're going deeper into AI classes. So this is actually really cool. Now, how fast can you earn this degree? I talked about 12 months. WGU has a little calculator right here, and they say how much is it going to cost you. Well, if you take 2 years, it's going to cost $17,600, but that's not what we want to happen. A year and a half, $13,200. 1 year, which I think a lot of students can hit this mark, 1 year or less, $8,800 for a bachelor's degree in a year. Or I work with students to accelerate these degrees, and we always see, even with tech degrees, we'll see students go less than 6 months. $4,400 for a tech degree. That is ridiculous for a full bachelor's degree. No credits, no transfer credits necessary. You can do this all through the school if you do it right. Now, when you see these numbers, I don't have $4,400 or I don't have $8,800, don't worry, because this number or these numbers, they're fairly easy to come up with funding with scholarships or grants. It's really hard to get scholarships or grants for $100,000 in tuition, but to get scholarships and grants for $5,000 to $10,000, it's not that big of a deal. This is a really good sign. Now let's talk about jobs, job market. Are we going to see growth? Because AI is really disrupting the job market right now. Are jobs going down? Are they going up for a degree like this? And how much money can you make? Now, first place I want to go is the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, because they're really good with their data and their research. Okay. They collect tax data. They know what's trending over the last 10 years. Has salary increased over the last 10 years, over the last 12 months, over the last 6 months? Has it decreased? They see these patterns because they know what education we have and they know how much money we pay in taxes. So that's some pretty good data. Now, as you can see here, they have a number of projected incline, decline job fields here on the left. And over the next 10 years, okay, it's actually starting 2023 to 33. So from now until 2033, the government is predicting that there will be 18% job growth by 2033 for software development. Financial advisors increase. Computer occupations in general, so tech in general, 12% increase. Data, okay, data, 11% increase. And we go through here. But as you scroll down, you can see what the government is predicting. You're going to have some decreases with certain job fields, okay? You're going to see credit analysts, claim adjusters, examiners, investigators, insurance appraisers, auto damage. AI is going to replace some jobs. You just need to do your research and realize which jobs AI is going to be replacing. And we can reevaluate that research that we've done every year and make tweaks accordingly. But we need to try to look into the future, especially in tech. But if you're building things, and particularly building things with AI, things are looking good. Lots of projected growth, not decline. But let's get into some specific AI-based jobs and look at income. Now, Syracuse University, they did a ton of research to find out 10 highest paying AI job salaries this year. Okay, so obviously this can change in the future, but right here, right now, this is what we're seeing. Now, we're just going to go straight into the top 10 paying AI jobs. And as you can see, Chief AI Officer. That's like the lead AI person for an entire company. So this is going to be a job that is harder to get. And my projection, and we can get more into this, but what we're seeing is people will generally go get AI degrees, and then oftentimes the top earners will tack master's degrees onto the AI degrees, and it will help get into higher level positions. And I'm actually a big fan of like AI degree plus something like an MBA. So you're learning like core business leadership stuff. And MBA degrees are really fast if you do it right, like 2 to 4 months if you do it right. You can potentially in time qualify for these jobs, but this is not an entry-level job, but $200,000 to $500,000 or more per year. Now, something that's more attainable faster. You're not going to jump from college grad to chief AI officer of a company. AI architects, starting range $90,000 to $180,000 a year. AI product manager, starting range $140,000 to $195,000 a year. Machine learning platform specialist, 105 to 150. AI research scientist, 105 to 170. Data scientist, data is like a big deal, you guys. So it's not the worst place to get into. 98 to $170,000 a year. An LLM specialist. LLM is large language models. That's what LLM stands for. And it's the tech behind tools like ChatGPT and Claude. So this is like some deeper AI jobs. 125 to 170. Computer vision scientists, 94 to 137. Big data specialists, 130 to 240. That's pretty good for the high end. AI ethicist and compliance officer, making sure AI is being used ethically and in the right ways, 60,000 to 150. And the reason you see 60 here is because some of the ethics side, you actually don't need an AI degree or a tech degree at all. Sometimes not even a degree at all. So that's what you're going to see in the lower range, but up to $150,000. So that's a good starting point if you're looking at jobs. Now, if you're looking at specific jobs, what I love to do is I love to go to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, and in their occupational handbook, you can do salary, like average salary or median pay salary research based on specific jobs. So let's say you decide you want a specific job. I want to go into computer and information research. I want to be an information research scientist. Okay. You can see median pay in 2024, and it is going up, was $140,000 a year. You can go into something like data scientists. Okay. Let's look at median pay, $112,000 a year, $54 an hour. This is bachelor's degree level. Now, if we go a little bit deeper into the research, this is research.com. They talk about average salary for AI graduates, and they're saying they're seeing right out of college, $85,000 to $110,000. Like for your first job, right after you graduate, $85,000 to $110,000. Now, if you have a master's degree, which this is a big deal, right out of college with a master's degree, $100,000 to $130,000 a year. And as you can see here, they say job market demand for AI degree graduates is exceptionally robust. Okay. And they talk about how they go deeper into how you can get higher level jobs if you tack on a master's degree as well. So what I want to do is I want to show you, if we go back to WGU's website, this is if I'm going into AI right now and I want to earn a college degree really quickly. I don't want to spend 4 to 6 years in school. This is kind of the pair of degrees that I would look at if it's like speed plus high potential jobs. What I would do if I wanted to go in AI, this is the fastest AI degree I have ever seen. It's fully self-paced. So if I'm going in AI, this is a degree that I have no problem jumping for and trying. So for the bachelor's degree, I'd go into AI. Now, I would then go for a business degree for my master's degree because business degrees are easier and MBAs are treated really well on resumes as long as you're going niche with the bachelor's degree. So I'd go to the master's degree and I would probably just go for an MBA. Okay. If you want to go for an MBA in IT management, that could be a good pairing as well. But the reason I'm doing this is because this MBA degree right here, I've helped people do this, like get through this degree here in like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. You can do it really quickly. And then boom, AI degree plus MBA. That's awesome on a resume. And that's the reason I'm pointing that out. Now, some people are going to disagree with me and they're going to say, no, you need to go tech for your master's degree. So if we go into tech, you can go deeper into cybersecurity, computer science, data analytics. You can go deeper into tech with a master's degree. The difference, though, is that these master's degrees are going to take longer. So if you want to specialize and go deeper with a master's degree, that's fully okay. And you should 100% do what you think is going to be best for your career. But me personally, if I'm getting into AI, I love the idea of an AI-based bachelor's degree and tack an MBA onto that. Excellent, excellent, excellent on a job resume. Now, if you want to do this faster, there is a catch. There's always a catch, right? You can't just go to a school and be like, I found a self-paced program, so I'm just going to do it and I'm going to take all their coursework and I'm going to cram it into less time and it's going to get done fast. That's not quite how this works. WGU is a fantastic school. I love their programs, but schools do something that, in my opinion, sets us back. And what they do that sets us back is they teach us. Okay. And the reason I say that is because the way that schools teach us is usually more old school. There are textbooks or digital textbooks, there are lectures, lesson plans, study guides, homework assignments, quizzes, essays, projects, all the stuff, the same structure we're used to with normal college degrees, like the traditional way, right? Even online programs, and even if they're self paced, they still keep that same structure. I am a huge fan of doing one thing differently. And that one thing is, instead of relying on the school to do the educating, I am a huge advocate for self education. So let's say you're getting tested for math and you need to go take a math exam tomorrow on quadratic equations, a big scary math term. Well, you can go through the school and you can read that chapter of the textbook or that few chapters of the textbook. You can do some homework assignments, some practice problems, take some quizzes, whatever the school requires, right? Or you can go to YouTube and you can type in how to solve quadratic equations, and you can find math teachers on YouTube teaching that one concept. You can go to AI. There are AI tools where you can say, hey, teach me quadratic equations. And the AI will prompt you back and say, what do you already know? And you can reply, I know nothing. Let's start from zero, and chat back and forth and take yourself from where you're at to where you need to be more quickly. So I'm all about self-education when it comes to these self-paced programs. Not that every resource the school offers is bad, because that's not true, but taking education into your own hands tends to be faster. Now, I teach students how to do this all the time. I will leave a link to a video right here if you want to learn my process, and I'll leave some information down in the video description if you want my help doing this. I hope this video has added value to your day. I'll talk to you in the next video.